And this week, I want to talk to you just a little bit about finding your voice and how important that is. Last week, I talked to you about marketing and some different marketing channels. And this week, I want to talk to you just a little bit about finding your voice and how important that is. But I have to say, I had a few bullet points for you, which I will share. But I was in a presentation today that Anna Rogan gave on marketing, and it's swirling around in my mind. She had some really great ideas. So I hope this is okay with her because I have not asked her permission. But if you don't know her, check her out. She's at ANNAROGAN, AnnaRogan.com. She's got a great blog. So one of the things that she pointed out is, they think very much about marketing, and we start thinking about, algorithms and channels and, how we can sort of move technically. And we have this idea that we need to be in all the places and say all the things. And she didn't say this, but she had this sort of whoa, slow down. And think about relationships. Like, think about who is your audience? Who are you talking to? How do you get in relationship with people in your life, right? It's no different than that. It may be digital. Like, move the way that you move was one of her points. And don't worry so much about the channel or being found on the channel. Like, think about, what do you have to say? What of value do you have to say to your audience? Now, this is where I'll come in with my thoughts on finding your voice, because I know that's really challenging, and so does she. She talked about that, about how we don't do it and all the reasons that we don't do it. And I think, we rationalize all of them, but we land on what do I have to say? What do I have to say that hasn't been said? I'm bored with what I'm saying. Oh my God, everyone else will be bored with it, and you're out. When in fact, you have something to say, right? If you're in business, you've got an expertise, you have something you do for people, and you have a thing that you think about it, right? You have thoughts about this craft of yours. So, for example, as a copywriter, I have plenty to say about copy and marketing. Is it original? No. Probably not. Probably none of it is. I mean, I've been reading so many things for so many years. I don't know what's mine anymore. But the truth is, what my clients need to know is what I think. They don't care where it came from. It's what is my viewpoint. And they want to know the same thing about you. What do you think? If I'm going to hire you, I want your opinion. And so finding your voice can start very simply. Choose a place where you feel comfortable, a social channel, wherever it is. And maybe, and I say wherever it is, because maybe if you are a writer and you write things that are longer form, there are other places that you might want to go, or other ways that you might want to use social media. But the point is, in order to find your voice, start small. Respond to what other people are saying. Get in the conversation. Forward and share what other people are saying, promote them, or share what you think by way of, what they think and what you share. But do find your voice, because one thing that is true is most of us in business realize that we have to do this sooner or later. We put it off until later, but, there's nothing for it but practice, right? Because you have to sort of start bad and, do those first few crappy whatevers, videos, audios, blog posts, you name it, social media posts. You're bad, and then you get a little better, and then you eventually get good, and it becomes easy. But you have to take that path. Later on, you always wish that you had taken that path earlier, that you had been bad sooner, so you could be good now. And so I encourage you, find your voice. It helps you too to feel confident, because you see the value, and you start to really see and understand what because we all seem to diminish what we know. Not a good practice, but very common. So what I want to suggest is find your voice, start in little ways. Think about Anna Rogan's philosophy of, be in relationships. Do what works for you. Don't follow the next shiny object. Don't think there is a way to do it. Don't think that, meeting the algorithm so you get seen more and found more on a certain social platform is what actually draws your audience to you. What draws your audience to you is being in front of the right people, talking about things that interest them, and that's where you want to move towards. So I encourage you, if this feels terrifying, maybe sit down and write out what you're good at and what you know and what you believe. You don't have to, doesn't have to be for public consumption yet, but just for your own sort of inner confidence. And then, step out in a small way. You'll never regret it. Promise you that. Got more coming for you. If you want to be notified when these videos drop, click the bell and you will be. And thanks for watching. Catch you next time.